Hello everyone, this is Professor Kent. Today's recording is part 3 of Tesses Tresses. And so what we're going to do is we are going to see where we left off in 2, so I can start from there. Again, don't forget to subscribe to my channel. That way you get an access to the videos I post as soon as I post them. And I know you're requesting for a lot of videos. I'm going to try my best to record as many videos I can. So just bear with me when you're sending me your requests. Just bear with me. I will try my best to do that. So what we did is we did a transaction which was your February 10th. So let's see if I have, let's see if I have my PDF that is right here so that we can work together with both in order to, come on. So sorry, I have to just have it side by side. So what I did so that I get to do this. So I will have to minimize. My screen is a little small. Just bear with me when I'm trying to do it. So it's easy. Oh, there we go. Now we did define brush, that's the one we did. Now we're going to go to a payment, and we're making a payment. So we're going to go to payables. We're going to be making a payment, and we are making a payment to Proline, and you're making a payment. Invoice number is this, and the date is February 10th. And let's make a February 10th. Again, you go from the left to the right. So your transaction will be for the this amount. So just pay attention to the amount that we just did. So I am going to move it from here. So I'm just going to post the transaction, and I will say post. We are done with that, so we will close. I will go to my sale journal. If it's a sales journal, you're going to go to receivables, and it's an invoice. The invoice is from Proud Family, so let's do it from Proud Family. The date is the 11th because it's important to remember the dates. And then what we did is we have BRS1, and the quantity of that is 2. My next one is BRS1. Sorry, the first one was 1. The second one is number 2. We have number 2. That is also 2. I go to my next line. It is SHM1, and that is 2. Go to the next line. Serve SRV3, and that is 4. You go to the next one, that is SRV4, and that we have 1. Go to the next one, we have SRV5, and that is your 1. So that is our, so they told us what the amount is. We're having HST. The invoice amount automatically, the number comes automatically. We just wanted to make sure I have 222411. So I just wanted to know if my entry is right. So what did we do? We paid net 15, which is paid later. So let's look at your transaction. It should look like this. So we are good. So I am going to close this, and then we're going to go post this transaction. I will say post. Now going to next one. It is my credit sales. Instead of pay later, we have a credit card, and it is for cash to customers. Where is my cash customers? The invoice is $490. The date is February 13. So I will do that. The first one, we look for BRS1, and that is for 8. BRS2, and that is also 6. CN1, and that is your 5. Go to the next one. That is your Shem 1, and that is my 8. Go to the next line. We have serve 3, and that's 30. Go to the next line. We have serve 4, and that is 7. Go to the next line. We have serve 5, and that is 3. Go to the next one is serve 6, and that is 4. And the amount should be whatever the amount comes up. I don't know the amount. I hope the amount is right. There's, see if my BRS 825. I just want to make sure I picked up the right numbers. 32, 24, 34, 26, 48, 38, 26. So everything seems right. Okay, so let's display the transaction to see if my numbers are correct. Oh no, sorry, I have to do credit card. I don't know why I did that. Credit card, it should be a credit card. So it should be credit card. So this should be your transaction for this one. I'm going to close it. That's 491 and the date was 13, so we're good to go. I will post this transaction. Now we are going to say okay, we close this. Oh sorry, I didn't have to close it. We're going to do an invoice. The next invoice is it is also cash to summary, but this is, in this case, it is for my cash. So I will pay later. Is this pay later? Total paid by cash. Paid by cash 491 is the invoice number. That's the check number. I will go cash customer. These amounts are BRS2 selected. It will be your 6. I go to my next one, Frizz FRZ1, and that is your number 3. I go to next one, GEL1, and that is my 8. I go to next one is my SPR, that's 1, and that's 7. I go to next one, SRV, that will be my 6, and SRV3, that is 24, and then SRV4, that is your 2. And I hope the amount is right, what we are doing, and it looks like right, but we can display the transaction so you're able to see the transaction. This seems right to me. We're good to go. I will have to post this transaction. We close it. This is a big this was a big assignment that we are doing, or this company is big. It has a lot of transactions. So we are going to go to purchases. When you're going to go to purchases, payable, and it's an invoice, net 30, yes, and it's from Sharp Scissors 14. The invoice number is your SS, and it's 55535. And then if I go here, what we did is we purchased some kind of equipment for 600, and the amount is for 600, and with the HST they told us it's paid within 10 days. The amount is 690. We purchased what? We purchased salon equipment. And I will display my journal entry. Your journal entry should look like this. We are good to go. Now I am going to post this transaction. Where's okay, and I hope these accounts are there because I didn't see it before. There was a mistake in the file, so I am going to, you might have a better file than I do because I downloaded the 21 and I fast forward to 24, so you might have a better file, but that for this I might not see it because it's saying February 10. I didn't see the February 10 for these person. So what you're going to do is you're going to do as a reconcile an account. You're going to go to deposit slip and it is a bank checking account. When you do that, you're going to go here, select it. I only see March. I don't see anything for February. So I'm not sure what you, so this, let's look at it in or before. I can always look at it from the first to see. I don't see any March, any February things, so I will see, select one more time. I don't see the check number 93 or the check number 163, so you should see this, but I did not see it because mine doesn't have it. When that, if your file has it, you're going to select and you're going to put this person in, and then you're also going to do a deposit. So I'm going to do the deposit, so you might be out by something, but I'm just going to do the I am going to do the cash because it's cash account I will do it from. I'm going to do to the checking account. How much money do we have? 23, 27, no, 20, 27, 27 again, 17, and we have 9 and 220. 9, and the coins I have was $2.20. Again, I can do this one, but I cannot do the checks because of the big, I will say okay. Now again, I can do part of the entry, but I cannot do every entry. So I am missing, again, I'm missing this, but because it doesn't show me everything because my file is a different. So again, you're going to select and then you're going to pick the 263. When you display your journal entry or deposit slip, the amount, you're going to have two amounts. You're also going to have 263.22, but I don't have that. So that's what you're going to be doing. So maybe I'll do one more thing. Maybe I can see if I see it here. See, I still don't see the 23. I tried my best getting it. So this was there, so I'm just going to post it. So then again, you need to select on the left side the 263. I don't see it because my file doesn't have it. So it's the same thing. It's a deposit number is 7. I'm going to do that and I'm going to post it again. In deposit 6 we had the same problem, so I'm just going to post it. You're not going to get 100% here, but at least you're getting something done. So I will post this transaction. Slip number enter greater than the next number you deposit. Yes, we are okay with that. I will just say that. I will say okay. Now you're going to go to my next one. I have to change the session date. I will go here and we are going to put it in the session date to be the 21st. I want to back up. My next one is the sales invoice. I will go to my receivable. Again, I please don't send me a message that I made a mistake or what the mistake should be. The reason is that I'm not teaching this course this semester, so I don't have file access to 23 files. I forwarded for you guys to have this information for you guys. So I fast forward my life. So you could tell I'm in 24 on the left side. So I will have Emma. And what we did is we have SRV6 and that 1. I will do 1. And it is 21015. I will do a transaction. This transaction will be for this one. will display my transaction. That will be my transaction. On the, which date is it? It's the 16th. Oh, I forgot one entry. Sorry, I forgot one entry. I didn't do the owner withdrawal. I'm not going to post this. I will come back to post this. So delete, disregard this transaction. I will. No, you don't need to disregard it. Well, let's see. No. So let's see if I can minimize and go to the company, because I should be able to do this first. I am going to memo 11 because I wanted to do it in a date order. This is 14. It is owner transfer. I will debit my cash account. Debit my cash account for the money is 12,000, and I will credit my withdrawals. In this case, I will do all of them. They said we credit card. Credit card, credit card, credit card, and that's what the money. So owner transfer, I will have to display a transaction, and this will be the transaction that I missed. So this was the missed one. I'm gonna post this one. February 14, I will say okay. Now on from there, I'm gonna go to the sale that I was doing so I could do it in an order. So now I have it on the 16th. This is the transaction to Army Vanity, and I am going to display this transaction. So this, your transaction will look like that. I'm going to post this transaction, and we are okay to do that. Now we have a memo 12. Memo 12 is that we're making a receiver journal entry. That will be on the payments. So let's go to my payment under the payables, and I will go to the payment. I will make it I'm making pay the remittance. Who are you making a remittance to? It will be make other payment. We will go to receiver general Canada, and what we are doing is we're doing the HST. They told us we are from the owner pay the HS receiver for the period ending January 31st. In order for you to do that, you needed to have you have to display your transactions. How would you do that? You, before you come in here, you're gonna go to your financial, you're gonna go to trial balance, and then from there you're gonna look for January 31st. So you are gonna go to January 31st, and you're going to find out what your balance you have. So this is where you're going to get the balance. So you're looking for these two, so 3823 and 85. So one has a debit balance, one has a credit. You're going to do the opposite, and I am here, so I know my 2750 HST on sales, and the next account was my HST on payables purchases. So I will have to do this amount, a negative of 856.50. Sorry, hold on. The first amount I think was 3823.35. Now I will have to, if you look at it, when you're displaying it, we know that the first account was credit and we had to debit it. This is okay. The purchases one, you had to put a minus in front of it. So your entry should be for the check that you dated 4/24, and the date on the check is 17. Again, you have to do the first number, you're going to put it as a positive. The second number, you're going to put it as a negative. I'm going to display the payment for you so you see what's happening. I am going to close this, and I am going to post this transaction. We are good. This chapter, they're so long. I am going to go to my next one, is my cash purchase. It'll go to the invoice, and it is from Eastern Tel, and it is a cash purchase, and the number is ET, and that is 4588, and that date is 17. We have to, what did we purchase? Telephone services, and that amount is 130, and I can just put telephone services. $13.50. The amount should be they told us $149.50, so that's what the amount is for that. Again, this is what the amount is. So now for this one, so again, if you have another transaction, because this is what I'm going with my book, so if you have other transaction, you do those transactions. So I already did the transaction. Now we also had some of the transactions that went through on the right side. Let's see if I see it. I don't see anything else here. All right, so I will display, I'll post the transaction. I will say okay. Now I think I see that all right, so we are gonna go to our next transaction, which is your cash purchase. I already did, and we have a sales code, and then we're going to receive some monies. So let's do my sales code. I will double click on my sales, and it is a sale client code. Somebody's, who is it from? First, I don't have this person. First performance date, on stage, sorry, it's an on stage company, and the date, the date is 19. I'm gonna look at the 19. What did we did? So they want SRV 3, and that will be your number 3. I go to the next one, which is SRV 6, and that is my 36. I go to my next one, which is SRV 7, and that should be your 9. That should be your 9. We have a report, and you display the transaction, and they said it's not going to display anything as long as your amounts are right. 42, 21, 26, and this 215. So we're good. So there's no transaction for that, but it's just a code. So I will record the transaction, and I will say yes. We are receiving money, so let's receive money. We are going to go to receivable. You're going to receive is from Seed, and the check receipt number is 145. It is on the 19, and I will, there's no discount, so we have 181, and I will have, this will be your transaction. All right, so we are going to post, and we are okay with it. We close. Then we have another one from Toilet Theater. That's a receipt. We are going to receive money from Toilet Theater, and the when we're doing it on the 19th. I will go to the 19th, and there's no discount, and your transaction should look like that. 724. We're done with that. So I am going to post it. Again, you should have your book open, or this is my PDF that I created from the 21. So these are my transaction. Again, if I miss something, your job is to do that. I cannot be perfect. So I am going to do a purchase, and it's a credit card purchase. So it's a credit card. The name of the person is Seaside Paper, and it is, the amount is 200, and that's the the amount should be 230 paid in full by the credit card company. So if you were to display a transaction, your transaction should be credit card payable, which is good. So the date was 20th, so make sure you change the date to the 20th, and the number is SP 399. So we're good to go. I will post this and we are good to go. I will close it. Next one, I'm receiving money. So this is a receipt from Who Broke Bridal. So I will go into receivable, double click. You're gonna go to bridal. I will do this, and my date is the 20th. Your transaction should look like that. I am done. I will post it. I will say okay, and we're close. Now going further, we have a credit card invoice, and it's a cash customer. I will go to receivable, and it's an invoice, and invoice from the only thing this file wrong with this file is the deposit slips are not working out what we want, and it is on the 20th, and I'm only doing half of the entry for that. So we have BRS 1, and those are 3 of them. I go to the next line, that's CN2, and those are 2. I go to the next one, is FRZ1, and that also 2. Go to the next line, SPR1, and that should be your 7. SPR1, SRV3, and those are 6. I go to the next line, and it is SRV3, and that's 26. And I hope the amount is right, because now what happens is that it is by summary of the cascade with credit card sales. So we have credit card, and then we should look, if I display it, it should look like this. I think something is not right. I have my last one is SR, sorry, this was should be SRV1. I think SRV3, because the entry I seen it before, it looks like something different. So let's see. Oh, SRV1 was 6. Let's display one more time, and I'm just seeing it to see if I see that. Seems like a right entry to me. Again, please double check if on the left side, if you're entering the same invoice that I am, same item. So I will post it. Now we have sale or summary for cash sale. For who cash sales for cash to customer, I will go here, and it is the 21st, 494. Again, please double check if I'm entering the right quantity for a right product. CN1, and that is your 8. Go to next one, GEL, that's your 6. GEL, SHM1, and those are 4. Sorry, 4. I go to my next line. This is SRV1, and that is 3. SRV3, that's 21. SRV6, that's 10. I hope the numbers are correct, and this is cash, paid by cash. So I will see if the number seems right or not. Seems okay. All right, so we're going to close this, and the date is correct. Now deposit slip is going to be an issue for us. I'm going to post it. We'll see what happens. Let's see if the amounts comes right. You're going to go to the banking. You're going to go in here. This is a deposit slip 8, and it is to the checking, and it is a deposit slip to the bank, and it is 8, and the date is 21st. I'm gonna see if I can put it like this. So now we have the money, so let's put it in the money because we have some, oh no, we have both. So let's see. You know, I just thought we just deposit the money. So what we could do is now I can see from the this I can do it because we are doing it from the let's see, 18 of these, 33, 34, 14, 6 coins are $4.65, $4.65. Add to the thing. I will say okay. I'm going to do something because we just did a transaction. So let's see. Oh, you know, this is where I think if there's a glitch in the system. So I am going to go back and adjust those ones, but I am going to do this one. 19, I will add it. 5635. 5635. That was from 7 to 4. I will add and 165 for brochure. So your display should be like that. All right, so I am going to post. I think the glitch is finished. The deposit date was February 21st. I'm going to go back and see if I could do the deposit 6th and the 7th. So let's see if I could add it. Hold on. I am going to go to my deposit slip. View. So if worse comes to worse, I could go to reports, journal entries. I'm going to say journal, and we're going to do all. I think we did slip number, we just did 8. So let's see if I could go to slip number 7 and do the slip number 7. So you could do this too. Oh God. I am going to report journal entries all, and you're going to say, you're going to look for slip number 7, and let's see if I can adjust slip number 7 and 6. Those were the problem. I think there was a glitch in the system. So if there's a glitch in the system, of course it's our job to, once we figure out the glitch, we needed to go fix it. So this was the one that was a problem for me. So I am going to see if I could I'm going to undo this transaction, and I am going to do one more thing here and see if it lets me do that. I am going to do, so that was a slip number, what was it? Slip number 7. I'm going to do slip number 7 and see what happens. So it is going into the bank. I'm going to go to, oh, I don't know what happened. My 8 was done anyway. So I'm going to go to slip number 7. Now the date was 14. The date was 14. I'm going to go select. Now we are going to go to the beginning of the month. I'm going to select check number 93. No, it's not. So I think it was February 10. It was 263. I will add it, and then you are going to say okay. You're going to go in here, you're going to put it in 23, select, you are going to go from the 23, 27, another 27, you are going to 17, 9, and the coins were $2.20. Again, this is your slip number 7. So this was, if I were to show you the displaying the transaction for your slip number 7. Sorry, what happened? I didn't add. God. I needed to apply to the deposit. I didn't do that. Sometimes when I'm trying to go quick, this is what happens. You don't go quick, please. Take your time doing it. 17. I don't have enough time. I only have a limited time before I get to my other class, so that's why. 20. I will add to the apply. I will say, okay, now your deposit number slip 7 should look like that. So this is correct. And I'm also going to do number 6. Your deposit already in use. You has been used. I'm just, I did reverse it. So I am going to do 7A here, right? So I'm just going to paste it. I will say, okay. So if worst comes to worst, you could reverse them and then come back and do them. So this will be, you could, I did 7A, so 8 is here, 7A is here. So you could reverse them. So I already reversed the 7, I thought, but I see it here. So I am going to modify the option, report option. I want it with the correction. Sometimes you don't see it. So the other one that was incorrect was the deposit 6. So you can redo and reverse the deposit 6 and redo it. 5 was good. 6 was not good. 6. So 6 was not good. 7. 7 was not reversed. So let's reverse the 7 too. So how you reverse it, I will show you how to reverse it if I could only see it. No, there it is. So you're going to go in here, and then here you could say undo the current, look up the deposit, or we could, if you couldn't go from here, you could do whatever you wanted to do. To me, I will have a undo this, and then that's what we do. So we post. undo this transaction. So I undo that. So that's what you're going to do. So I undo that. So I put it under the 7A and 8. It doesn't matter where it comes, and you could go ahead and fix your number 6 too. So I'm not going to go there to fix it. I already done the 8. So let's do the next one. Credit card for February 21st. And what is this from? It is a credit card purchase. I will go to payable. It is my purchase. The date is 21st. We know that. It is all you need. Purchase, and it is on February 1st. It was a glitch in the system. I don't know why. I don't have an answer for it why there was a glitch. But at least we figured it out. You might be out by some numbers at the bottom. So we have an invoice number is AUN 478, and the date is that, and we have the amount. They said 90 plus the HST, and it is by credit card. And you are going to look at this transaction, and then what did we purchase from them? Let's see. It automatically came our washroom supplies. We are good to go. I will post this transaction and we'll say yes. I will go to my purchase order. That's my next one, which is number 56. And it says looking good, 4,000. We have a lot more transaction. Okay. We might have to do deposit 6 too. So we will do deposit 6 too. So I will do deposit 6 too, because seems like it that I might have to do that, because they're asking for purchase order from looking good, and it is not an invoice, it's an order, and it's a 56. Date is 21st. Looking good, and that is 400. The amount is 400 plus for 25 polyester and nylon resistant. So what we did is we have to charge it to polyester and nylon. Seems like they're going to be using this for their I will put it in this case there. I don't know if they're asking us to create a new number. I will capes and for silent for clients use. So I am going to look for is 25 of them. So you could take 400 divided by, I need to use my calculator. So the price is 16, and we got 25 of the order, and it is for polyester and nylon. So nylon, and it is water resistant. And then there's no item number. I am going to charge it to the towels and capes. So the amount should be, they said the amount should be 460. It's an N. So you're not going to get any transaction because it's just an order. So I will record this transaction and I will say yes. Now we are going to look at our next one. Next one is a payment of a check. When you're making a payment, you have to go to the payments. I am going to go to the payment, and it is from Sharp Scissors, and the date is 21. Check number is 426. I think I missed a check. Maybe just double check, because it should be 425 and I have 426. Maybe I missed a check somewhere else. Let's do that. I will do 690. So you have I must have missed something. 420, check number 425. So your entry should look like this. I'm going to close this. We're going to post this transaction, and they want you to advance. Check number is greater than the next number. We know that because I missed it. If I miss something, please you don't miss anything, because sometimes it's just I have so much going on, and then that makes it a little bit challenging for me to work out. So I am going to double check and see if everything is the way it is going. So let's go to our next one, is to advance the date to the 29th. I hope they don't ask us to do 29th. This is not a 29th. I have it on the 28th. I will say no because my year is 25. They have 28th year. 24 it was a leap year. I am going to go to purchase invoice. I double click it, and it is from Air Pro. I have to go to the order number 55 that is being filled, and what we did is we got everything from them. So what did we get? Did we receive everything? Is being filled. So I will do 2 here, I will do 2 here, and that should be your transaction. Should look like that, but I have to change the date. So this is right. I will change the date to February 23, and the invoice number is AP7123. So again, your deposits number 6 was incorrect. Please, keep saying it so you can fix that, so you can keep track of it. We can make mistakes, so there's no, it's not that I teach the course and I cannot make a mistake. We all can make mistakes. I'm going to client services. I'm going to go to February 3rd, the invoice number 4, and it is Arma. So we are going to go to SRV6, and that will be your 1. So let's see if you could display a transaction and see what your transaction should look like. So that should be right. So I am going to post this transaction. Once you post it, your transaction should look like that. So I am going to post this transaction. We're good to go. And my next one is credit card bill payment. So before we do that, I did not do this one. The invoice again, and it is for BROCH February 23rd, and it is serve 6 too, and that is 5. And your transaction should look like this. Let's display the transaction. That is right. I'm gonna close this and I'm gonna post it, and we are done with that. I had a class I taught for 3 hours, and now I'm recording this, and sometimes I don't see what I'm supposed to see. So let's see, from a credit card company, what we did is from the credit company, 42,000. Let's see what. So we got paid from the credit card company. It's not a revenue. We received money in full. You're gonna go into the receipts, and the receipts will be from where? From the credit card payment in full. So what we're gonna do here is. Sorry, I don't know where I was. I had to leave to go help somebody. So we received a credit card bill and we made a payment. When you do that, of course, we're making a payment. You go to the payables, make a payment, and you are paying for a credit card bill. In this case, it'll be credit card, and the check number is 427. The amount that we are making balance was that. So our balance was on before, and before 11th, so I have to do 11th. Payment amount was, credit card payment is 449.50. Too many zeros. 5, and it has a fee of 24 was my fee. So sorry, 4, 1 extra 4. So let's see if I could see the journal entry. So that's incorrect. 449 is a full payment. No, 449, sorry. So 449.50. So let's see. Sorry. 449. Yeah, the payment should be 449. So this is what your transaction should be, and we are making a payment on the 24th. We owe more, but that's what the payment we're making, so we're making a payment for that. So let's go further and see what we could do with rest of the transactions. I will post this transaction. I say using a next check, yes, because they told us to use that. I'm gonna close this. Going to the next, we got a bank debit memo. When you're doing that, that is going to go to the company, and you're going to go to journal. Hold on. Who did we get it from? Oh, from your trust company check number. This was returned, so the check was returned. So we're going to go to receivable. You're going to go to the invoice, and this invoice is going to be from Broche Limited, and you can say 986. It is a NSF. The date is the 25th. I have the money was the 165.60, and the account that you're going to charge it is your bank account, the bank account. So I will have to do it, and this, if you display a transaction, it should look like that. But now if I do it, there's no HST on the second time. We already charged them HST. This needs to be taken out, this needs to be taken out, because they don't get a discount. It was just an NSF. They give us the check, it wasn't, they didn't have the money in their bank account. So this will be your transaction. I don't know if I displayed the transaction earlier or not. This is your transaction. So let's go to the next one. The date is correct. Now we have a post. Now we are going to issue them a new invoice, because they told us that we're going to charge them the post, and yes, we're going to send them an invoice for our because the bank charges for NSF fees. So then we're going to charge, there's no HST on that. The account will be your revenue account. So let's go to your revenue account. So we're talking about a revenue account. You could charge to the other, is it other revenue? Oh yeah, other revenue. The amount is $30. There's no 210 for them. And the amount is 30. Trust me, I'm trying to put the amount, and it is not letting me do the $30. If it doesn't let you do that, you can put it under quantity under 1, and I can just work around it. So I think something is not right with my, see, I'm trying to enter the 35 and for some reason quantity is 1. It will be each price is 30. See, it's not letting me do that for some reason. My keyboard is gone. I'm going to close one more. I will disregard it. I'm going to go one more time. It's an invoice. I'm going to do one more time. It was $30. My keyboard is gone, so sorry. I'm trying to enter it, but my keyboard is gone. Let's see if I can find something here. My keyboard is not typing. Oh, let's do one more. There, yeah, my keyboard is back. So you could do the amount is H, and then we charge it to the other revenue account, which was 4240. We will select it, and that's the amount you're going to be charged. There's no 210 and net 210 for this, or 2% on this. I will have the date was February 25th, and we are good to go. And I will show you the transaction before we get further. I am going to go and we'll post the transaction and we'll say okay. We are going to go next, and the next is, we already did this. Oh, that was the term. Receipts, you're receiving money, double click on it, and it is from Brooch Bridal, and that is 148. The date is 27th, and they are paying us for the 97 $30, and they're also paying us for that $165. So the amount is $195. Your display, the transaction should look like that. We are good to go. Let's go close it, and I will post this transaction. We're okay. Next one is my sales invoice. I'm gonna go here, sales invoice, double click it, and it is by Twilight. So let's go to Twilight Theater, and 98. The date is the 27th. Please make sure you picking up the right product code. If I make a mistake, please you don't make a mistake. 4, and go to the next one. That will be my 6. That is 16. 7 is my next one. That's my 4, and I think that should be 16. And that is the amount. I will display a transaction. Your transaction should look like that. I'm good with it. Please make sure your amounts are right, or your codes are right. So next, almost there. Almost, not quite, but almost. I am going to go to cash customer, and it's a credit card sale, and it is BRS2. We select it, and the amount, the quantity is 6. I go to my next one, CN1, and that is 4. Go to the next one, it is 6, FRZ1. It is 6. I go to the next one, SPR1, and that is my 8. I go to the next one, SRV3, that's 26. Next we have SRV5, and that should be 2. Please make sure your codes are right. SRV6, and there's 2. And I hope they are right. They tell us more 2641. So something is still not right, because it should be, I'm missing something. 6 4 6 8. Oh, I missed 3. SRV1. I missed SRV1 and 3 of those. That is right. 2641 444. That's what the amount is. And your transaction should look like this. Okay, so I am going to close it, and I'm going to post it, and we'll say okay. Let's go to here. We have a cash sale, so from the cash customer, it is on the 28th, and please make sure the selling price needs to be added, and they said it is 20 and the price should be 22. Go to the next one, BRS2, and the price needs to be edited to the $16. I have SRV3, and it is 28, and we have 4 of the SRV6. That is my 4. Two, 3, 5, 5, 2, 0. I am going to post this transaction. Post it. Now we are going to go to deposit slip again. Fix your number 6. I haven't fixed my number 6. You have to fix your number 6. I am going to go to banking. I am going to go deposit slip. And deposit number slip is 9. I don't know what happened to my 8, but that's all right. February 28th, I will select, and I am going to check the date, and that is your 195 is a bridal RBC. Okay, we're going to say okay. Oh, I did say okay. Add, sorry, January 1st, add 195.60. We will say add, and I will say okay. I will go here, we select it, and we have some money that we are going to do the deposit of funds. I will have 16, I have a 19, we have 14, we have 18, 9, we have $5.20. Apply to the deposit. We will say okay, and let's see if that's what my account should look like. Let's see, deposit. So we did this, and that is good. I will post this transaction, the 9th slip posted. I think something went wrong with when I did the other one, but that's okay. I have a bank memorandum, and we withdraw money for the interest. We are going to go to company, general journal. I will say bank memo 100121. The date is the 28th. My debit will be what we are going to do is we are charging the mortgage and the principal, and we have some interest. First, let's go to 50. We have interest expense. Let's go interest expense. The amount of interest expense is 1140 is my I know 1140. Then go to the next line. My next account is mortgage. No, the mortgage payable. We could do the mortgage interest too. We have two different accounts, one for mortgage interest, one for the normal interest. They both are interest. I'm going to charge one more time. The amount here is, so they said 105. One is for the, you could put it in here, this is for the loan interest, and this is, you could also put mortgage. And then we have a principal mortgage payable, which is mortgage payable should be your, they told us what is mortgage payable, 360. You delete the credit and then do the next one. And we also have a loan payable, should be in my bank loan payable, and the amount should be 495. And then we have a cash in the bank, and that should be the full amount. We are good to go. You can say bank memo. February 28th, we're good. I will post this transaction, and now we're going to go to my next one. It is they want the quote, convert the quote into a sales order. So we are going to go to your pay receivable. We are going to go to find the quote, double click on it. Now we are going to convert into an order, and you're going to say okay, record it. Yes, we done that. Now we're making an adjustment for this. I think we had I already done that last time, but let's go back and see if I can do a recurring transactions store. No, it's not. It will be memo 15. It's on the 28th. I'm going to do it on the 28th because there's no 29th for me. So if you have 29th, then you do it 29th. I don't have any. So first one is my insurance expense for 150. I go to my next line. I have subscription, receivable expense, that will be my 40. Then we have our office supplies expense. We used how many? 60, and then we also have salon supplies used. You can always charge it to the same supplies account, but then you can just make it as a this is delete. That will be for the 585, and that is salon supplies used. I'm going to go to the next one. We have a washroom supplies used, and I think I can just charge it to the same one, but we wanted to keep it same different for this. This one was 75, and I will just say washroom supplies. And the first one was office supplies. Now you're going to credit the prepaid insurance. That was for 150. Go to the next line, subscription, prepaid subscription. That was your 40. And you're gonna go here. First one is your you have to look at it. You have office supplies. We are gonna office supplies was 60. And your salon supplies, next we have a salon supplies. Do we have salon supplies? Yes, and that was 585. And we have a $70 was my last one. And where was that? Washroom and cleaning supplies, washroom and cleaning, and that was your 75. And our entry balances, so your entry should look like this. Seems right. I will post this transaction. Now this is the inventory adjustment, inventory done in the inventory module. We're going to make an adjustment. What adjustment is? The following is transferred at the cost of this. So what we needed to do is we needed to do an adjustment entry, and the source will be your memo number 16, and it is for the 29th. I will do it on the 28th. So the item will be CN1, and we have to do 8. You go to next one, CN2 was 6. You go to the next one, GEL, and that would be 8. We go to the next one, SHM1, and that will be your 11. And the SPR1 will be your 9. There should be, you could just say transfer from the inventory. Your inventory should look like this. And the inventory should be getting adjusted, not that. Should be your inventory should be adjusted. Your I don't know why they're charging it to that. Just gonna add the 1360 first. I think 1360. And it should be a debit the 1360 account, and then credit should be the other way around. I didn't do minus. -6, -8, -11, -9. This is right. I will post this transaction, and I will post it.